managing from afar. So, both managing day-to-day operations as well as acquisitions.
Took us a while to find that in Windsor, but then once we found a good property manager and the rest of the power team there, we knew what to look for in other cities.
Last time we spoke, you were thinking about maybe some like international investing. I know now you're talking about Vancouver Island as well.
But yeah, our main focus right now is finding some land here on Vancouver Island, like around 100 acres or so, where we can start to build like off-grid eco homes and start kind of a community with some friends and family.
What is up, YouTube? Matt McKeever here, and in today's video, we catch up with Cassidy and Matt. So quick reminder, if you guys don't remember them, or maybe you're just new to the channel, they were originally the Wind City couple, right? So Cassidy built up the Wind City real estate team as a real estate agent in Windsor, Ontario. We also hosted the Wind City OREC, which was kind of a combined effort for a real estate conference in Windsor, which was, to the best of my knowledge, Windsor's largest and maybe only real estate investor conference. And who knows, we maybe would have even done one in 2020 if COVID didn't happen. But, roll with the punches. And it's really interesting to catch up with both Cassidy and Matt today because they've really evolved their business. They're still doing real estate, but they're doing it from afar, currently living on Vancouver Island. And yeah, we cover a bunch of different things. They've even got some land that's 2 islands over from Bali, I guess. So really excited to hear more about what they're doing and what their long-term plans are. Let's jump into it.
What is up, YouTube? Matt McKeever here. And today, this is kind of a blast from the past. It's probably been maybe 1.5 or 2 years since we had Cassidy and Matt back on the show.
Hopefully this list will go all the way down to the floor by the end of 2018.
Yeah. So this is what we've been up to.
Yep.
Today I'm joined by my good friends Matt and Cassidy, real estate investors from Windsor, Ontario, who dropped out of university to start investing in real estate and have slowly built up a portfolio of over 11 properties now.
So hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, it's going great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'd love to just kind of hear, I think probably last time you guys were actually on the show and talking about what you were doing, you still had some Windsor properties. I think Cassidy, maybe you were just starting to step away from being a realtor. So do you guys mind catching us up? What's the last 1.5 or 2 years looked like?
Sure.
Yeah. So let's see. We've been continuing to expand. I am no longer a realtor. I realized after a few years of doing that it, wasn't my thing. It was great while I was doing it, but and it was an awesome community that we built and everything. But yeah, it's time to step away from that. And we've been doing some more traveling and scaling up in real estate.
Yeah. So we've always been focused like lifestyle first. So one of the big things for us getting into real estate was being able to work wherever, build an awesome team, and travel around the world. So yeah, in the last few years, we've done more traveling, I think, than our whole life. We were in Thailand, in Bali, we were just in Costa Rica. So that was a lot of fun. And it was a fun challenge being able to also scale real estate at the same time. So yeah, Windsor is kind of our home stomping ground where we built up the portfolio. Cass built an awesome real estate team there, which built the Wind City Investors Club, which we also sold because we found that to really hit our goals and our investors' goals, we just needed to be all in on real estate investing. So we've, I think the last time we talked, we were around 15 or 20 doors. We've scaled up now to 60, and our goal is to get to a few hundred in the next couple of years. So yeah, we're excited about that, and it comes with its own growing pains. But our niche that we found right now is burring and flipping apartment buildings, which is a lot of fun. We like that.
Nice. And so is that what you've done with like the most recent acquisitions then? Are those like larger kind of properties that you've been acquiring, the last 40 units?
Yeah.
They're like smaller apartment buildings. So one is an 11 unit, one's a 13 unit.
We've got 6, but we're looking as much as 30 to 40 right now. We've got a really great model where we can come in and pool a group of investors together to buy those apartment buildings, just basically syndicate it. And we're right now looking at opening a fund so that we can scale faster without having to basically open a new company for each acquisition. We're going to have a fund which can then go and just buy and sell as need be.
Nice. And so do you guys mind touching upon managing from afar? So, both managing day-to-day operations as well as acquisitions?
Yeah. Yeah. So one of actually a few years back, Cassidy's cousin, we've just always been really close with him, and we've kind of mentored him on a few different things. And he actually asked to work for us with real estate. And at the time, it was good. It got us thinking. We weren't quite at the capacity to be able to hire somebody yet. So I actually suggested he ran a painting business, which is how we got started in business. So he did that. He did really well. And then he came back. And by that point, we were ready to hire him on as essentially our second in command. So he takes care of finding deals, of doing due diligence, and really helps us be boots on the ground while we're off in other places.
Yeah, nice thing. He doesn't mind driving around. So when we're somewhere else, he can take a drive, take a couple days to go anywhere in Ontario and to go do inspections, meet with contractors, things like that.
And yeah, just really helpful having a great team of people as well. It took us a while to find that in Windsor, but then once we found a good property manager and the rest of the power team there, we knew what to look for in other cities. So we also have properties in Sault Ste. Marie, in Sudbury. We're looking at some other provinces as well, and did some deals in Guelph. So we built a really good team in each of those places. And so they do all of the day-to-day, and then we do all of the big decisions, finding new deals, raising money, and Justin does everything else, basically.
Nice. And so what brought you to Sault Ste. Marie and Sudbury? I'm guessing like probably higher cash on cash returns or higher rents per acquisition cost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you're pretty familiar with what happened in Windsor there, where it was, it was the place to go. Like we were snatching up deals back, 5-6 years ago, $100,000 for a duplex, all that. So I just thought that was normal. And then I realized it wasn't, as more and more people, as we kind of shone the spotlight and more people saw what great deals there were. It was awesome to be a property owner in that time when everything doubled and tripled, but finding new deals was a bit challenging. So we started looking, okay, where could be the next Windsor? And I started looking, okay, if people are driving 4 hours down the 401, what if they went 4 hours north instead? And I saw a couple of years ago, people weren't giving Sudbury the same kind of attention that they were giving Windsor. And I thought there could be a good pattern there where if people did start investing there, the market would appreciate quite a bit. But the nice thing is we weren't counting on that because there was pretty good cash flow, still finding those $60,000 to $80,000 a unit price points up in Sudbury. So we started acquiring. I think we've got 4 buildings up there now. And
It reminded us a lot of
Yeah.
Windsor 5 years ago
yeah,
or 6 years ago, even when we went and visited and we're talking with people more. We're like, yeah, this is basically just like Windsor was when we started investing there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and it was perfect. It was our first building we got right at the height of COVID, like March 2020. Everything was crashing, and we had the 11 unit under contract.
we were in Thailand.
We were in Thailand, yeah. And then we decided to come back and land on Vancouver Island just to kind of check it out. And we actually fell in love with this place and decided, not sure if we really want that apartment building anymore. It has
Because we'd have to go back to Ontario. We're really loving it out here.
So we decided one of the concepts I really like in investing and strategy is game theory. So we decided to just set them an offer, say, hey, we can buy the 11-plex still for, I think it was $860, or so that was what we had under contract. And then we said, we'll either drop the price 80,000 or we'll let the deal go. Because to us, that was kind of what it was worth to go back to Ontario to manage.
And to take the additional risk because it was a very unknown time.
Environment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we thought that they would just let the deal go, and we were kind of fine with that. But they ended up taking the 80,000 off, which was awesome. And so that was our first deal into Sudbury. And from there, we built up the team. And then as of this year, Sudbury started taking off as well. So now it's great. Again, all of our properties went up, but we're looking for kind of that next. We like to be on the edge of growth so that we can get those great deals. We don't need to worry about prices going up or down, but there's a lot more room for them to go up if more money goes there. So that led us to Sault Ste. Marie as well.
Nice. Awesome. Really appreciate you guys catching us up on the real estate front. So I know you guys are always looking for other opportunities as well. I think last time we spoke, you were thinking about maybe some like international investing. Did you guys end up like taking any leaps into there? Or are you still waiting to pull the trigger? And I know now you're talking about Vancouver Island as well.
Yeah, well, we do have a piece of land in Indonesia, like a couple islands over from Bali, which we'll build on eventually. But yeah, we haven't bought anything else internationally yet. We were looking at some places in Costa Rica, so that's kind of on our radar. It's definitely a beautiful spot, and we have a few friends and family who'd be into like a shared vacation home down there. But yeah, our main focus right now is finding some land here on Vancouver Island, like around 100 acres or so, where we can start to build like off-grid eco homes and start kind of a community with some friends and family. And just to be able to live more simply, more connected, to be able to be close to people and grow our own food and just, you know, enjoy that kind of community life. So that's kind of, yeah, that's what we're on the hunt for right now out here, which is a little bit of a challenge. There's not a ton of land for sale. The market's crazy out here too. So, but we'll find it. Yeah.
Nice. And then any other entrepreneurial endeavors going on? Any other side hustles or businesses that you guys are working on?
Yeah. So we started our podcast, the Abundant Couples podcast. We've been thinking about like relationship coaching for a few years now, mostly because we have friends that will often ask us for relationship advice, and people have told us like, you should write a book about this, or, you know, get this out there. So I do some writing on Instagram, just more for myself, really, to like clarify my ideas. And yeah, we have our podcast up. We have an episode every week, and we talk about relationships, like relationship skills, communication, intimacy, lifestyle design. And yeah, it's really a passion project. It's the kind of thing like these principles of a thriving relationship are the things that keep us like plugged in, charged up, fueled up. So to be able to connect with that every week and think about these things more deeply and clarify our own thoughts, it's a powerful practice for us to do. And then if other people can also benefit from it, then that's a bonus too. So yeah, we're liking doing that.
Nice. That's awesome, guys. And if people want to follow along with you, where are the best ways to do so on social media?
Well, for Abundant Couples, it's on Instagram at Abundant Couples. And the podcast you can find by searching Abundant Couples anywhere. When it comes to our real estate stuff, like Matt's not on social media at all.
I don't even have a phone anymore. I'm going phone free for the year as an experiment. Yeah.
And I basically,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I basically only go on there to post Abundant Couples things. So that's the best way. Yeah. That's about
awesome, guys. Well, it's cool to just continuously see you guys evolving along your journey. It's been probably like 4 or 5 years now that we've known each other. So really cool just to see you guys go from kind of just getting started and getting some momentum in real estate investing to being able to really use that real estate investing to live the lifestyle you want and continuously just kind of pivot and ebb and flow in whatever direction you want to. That's awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, it's been a fun journey.
Thanks again to Cassidy and Matt for taking the time to shoot this video. If you guys want to follow along with them on their journey, well, one, don't expect much social media posting, but we'll throw a link in the video description down below anyways. And if you guys enjoyed these catch-up videos, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because we're actually doing a bunch. We're doing an entire series of catching up with previous guests on the YouTube channel, just finding out how has the last year and a half been, because well, we haven't done a lot of in-person interviews, so we figured it's time to catch up.